What is going on, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. And I hope everyone's enjoying their May the 4th and Cinco de Mayo weekend. It was a weekend, and we got a movie review for you guys today. We're going to be going over the positive negatives behind the writers' strike that just happened, and plenty other news. So, without further ado, let's get started. Our first piece of news is Dodgeball 2. Dodgeball 2 is officially happy with Vince Vaughn, and this is coming from Comic Book Reader. A sequel to Dodgeball, a true underdog story, is officially in the works, with Vince Vaughn set to reprise his role from the first film. Announced exclusively by Deadline, Vaughn is returning to star and potential produce a sequel to Dodgeball, the film, which is now in early development from 20th Century Studios. Now, I don't know if Ben Stiller is going to return. I hope so. I hope he returns. But that's all the news I got. So hopefully we'll get more news on that, and we'll see who is gonna be in Dodgeball 2, along with Vince Vaughn, and hopefully we'll get some more details on that. Moving on, John Wick 4 passes 400 million, securing the biggest film of the franchise. So, let's look at the past numbers. So, the first John Wick made 86 million. Second one made 171 million. The third one made 327 million. And currently, right now, while it's still in its theatrical run, is at 402 million. That's some good numbers, Dan. I like it. I like it so much. Moving on. A full Super Mario Bros. Movie was on Twitter for hours thanks to Gilliam Modern Team. Wow. Talk about trying to pirate the movie. My goodness. After our man made $1 billion. My goodness. But let's read the story. Even before Twitter cut 4,400 contract workers on November 12th, the platform was showing signs of strains after Elon Musk bought the company and laid off 7,500 full-time employees and disinformative researchers and activists say the team that took down toxic and fake content vanished. Now, after years of developing a relationship with those teams, researchers say no one is responding to their reports to the disinformer on the site, even if the data suggests Twitter is becoming more toxic. This is what you get when you bring Elon Musk to the name. That's what you get. I mean, it is what it is. Even though I still have my Twitter because I still got my followers there. That's why I had to keep up with all the social media. I got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all that stuff. I had to keep up with that. So, if it was me, I would have deleted my Twitter a long time ago. But that's how I built my followers, and I was like, keep all my content going. Moving on. Is James Gunn the best comic book movie director ever? Now, we're going to get back to James Gunn in a while we talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in our movie review topic. But let's look at the some numbers here from his past comic book movies based on from Rotten Tomatoes. So the first Guardians is at 92% C with critics and then 92 with audience. Guardians 2 is at 85% with critics and 87 with the audience. Peacemaker is at 94% with critics and 89 with audience. The Suicide Squad is at 90% with critics and 82 with audience. The Guardians Holiday Special is at 93 with critics and 80% with audience. And currently, right now, but this could change. But is at 78 with critics and nothing has shown with audience. Yeah, I do expect it might go up pretty soon, later on in the week after Guardians makes its run in the first weekend, Guardians 3. So hopefully we get some there. But James Gunn, I definitely would put him in the list of best comic book movie directors. So he has done the best MCU trilogy, winning the Guardians of the Galaxy. So and we're going to talk more about Volume 3, like I said in our movie review. So yeah, and I'm definitely excited to see what he's going to do with the DC Universe. Moving on. Blade brings True Detective creator in to rewrite the script 1 month before filming. And this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. Nick Palazzo has gone Marvel. The creator of the acclaimed crime anthology True Detective is working on Blade, Marvel Studios' vampire thriller starring Mahershala Ali. The development makes a True Detective reunion as Ali starred in Season 3 of Palazzo's HBO show. Blade is battling its wings towards the late May start of production in Atlanta with Yaya Damage, who held the plot of HBO's bounding push horror series Lovecraft Country in the director's chair. So, and I want you to guys know that Blade is part of the delayed movies and TV shows that are being delayed because of the writer's strike. So, and we'll get to that more in a second. Harrison Ford says Indiana Jones will not be on the big screen again. So that tells you that this will be the final time that not only will see Harrison Ford play Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones' final time on the big screen. So this is coming from Deadline. Harrison Ford said he believes that the forthcoming of Indiana Jones film Dial of Destiny will be the last time ever celebrating the altruistic that appears in the film. In an interview with Total Film, the 80-year-old star confirms Disney's previous announcement that this will be Indy's last big screen outing. Ford said, "This is the final film in the series, and this is the last time I will be playing this character. As it's anticipated, this will be the last time that he will appear in a film." So we are definitely going to have our moments, and I cannot wait to hear all the claps in the theaters after the movie's over. I cannot wait. That everybody's going to be jumping up with joy, and I hope, and I just really hope that Harrison Ford put on his best last performance as Indiana Jones. Moving on. Huge news. The Super Mario Brothers has reached $1 billion, y'all. Absolutely. But let's look at the current, I would say, top 11 highest grossing animated films. And this is the current lineup that we have right now. So Zootopia is at 11. The Super Mario Bros. Currently is at number 10. Finding Dory is at number 9. Number 8 is Despicable Me 3. Number 7 is Toy Story 3. Number 6 is Toy Story 4. Number 5 is Minions. 4 is Incredibles 2. 3 is Frozen. 2 is Frozen 2. And number 1 is the Lion King, which is the remake. Even though technically it's a live action film, but most of the parts it is kind of animated, so I don't know, does that really count? But if it doesn't, then Frozen, obviously Frozen 2 would technically be number 1, but it is what it is. So yeah. I hope the Super Mario Bros. Do more numbers and go up the ranking. Moving on. Pedro Pratt joins Ridley Scott and Denzel Washington for Gladiator 2. So here's our current casting list. We have Pedro Pratt, Denzel Washington, Paul McCann, Courtney Nielsen, and Barry Okay. So this is a pretty good cast here. So hopefully we get some more casting announcements and more details about Gladiator 2. Moving on. Oscars. These are the new massive restricted rules for campaign. So here are the 3 new rules here. You can post on social media about movies and performances you love, but you cannot mention voting, how you will vote, or how others will vote. You cannot discuss voting preferences in public formats. You cannot publicly rank movies or performances in public terms that the year's Oscars elevated films. So those are the new rules in the Oscars campaign. Moving on. Since the Mario Brothers movie hit $1 billion, what other 2023 films could hit $1 billion this year? Fast X, I can see that happening. Indiana Jones, I can see that happening. Mission Impossible, I hope it does. It's been a long time coming. Guardians 3, maybe. The Little Mermaid, maybe. Dune 2, I hope so. Marvels, I don't know. Aquaman, yes, I can see that happening. The Hunger Games, maybe. And Oppenheimer, probably yes. So those are my top 10 picks that I definitely see hitting $1 billion along with the Super Mario Brothers movie. So let's see how those film performs in the box office. Moving on. So we got our reasons on why the Writers Guild is now on strike. The first reason is the WGA wants minimum 6 to 12 person writing staff per show that they're taking on a TV show. The WGA wants a guaranteed minimum numbers of weeks of employment per season, ranging from 10 weeks to 52 weeks. And lastly, the WGA says their personals will cost $429 million a year, but studios can counter offer while only amount to $86 million a year. And another reason I think why the Writers Guild is on strike is when certain movies or TV shows go to streaming, they don't get enough payback rate as they would if a TV show is on a network channel or a movie goes to theaters, something like that. So I think that's another reason why the writers is on strike as well. So and we'll get to more news on that, but let's go to some other news. The Flash production designer, says we will forget about all Ezra Miller controversies. We'll see if Ezra Miller can overcome this. So if Robert Downey Jr. can do that, and then Ezra Miller can do that too. So, but let's see what the Flash production designer has to say. Talking to CBC, Osterberry says Miller did such a super job that people will forget all the negative press that the actor has accumulated in the last couple of years. He stressed that Miller's dedication and professionalism while being under a lot of pressure. Osterberry pointed out Miller had to play different versions of the character, switching roles every few days. According to the production designer, who won an Academy Award for The Shape of Water, Miller had only 3 days off during the entire shoot. They filmed 6 weeks and spent 1 day in stunt rehearsals. That person even said that Miller did his own stunts in the Flash. That's some good news to hear. So like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to the Flash movie, and I want to see if what the critics and audience saying is true. So moving on, going back to the writer strike. Here are some shows that are currently being halted and delayed due to the strike. So we have Saturday Night Live, late night talk shows, Yellow Jacket, Stranger Things, Servants, Cobra Kai, Above Elementary, Good Amas, Big Mouth, and 21 other shows. So let me explain this. So if a script is currently was in writing or was not finished yet or was not started yet or stuff like that, so those particular scripts will be in the delay and pushback phase. But if a script has already turned in before the writer's strike, then it has already been turned into the producers in the studio, then those particular movies and television shows are fine. But the only thing that will keep them from having a bad solution is if they had to do rewrites. That's the only thing. So that's the one thing that I wanted to explain. That's the one positive and negative thing that I want to discuss with you guys in terms of the writer's strike. Marvel's Secret Invasions episode count and runtime. So this is according from the Empire magazine. Says Marvel Studios' upcoming Disney Plus series Secret Invasion will consist of 6-hour long episodes. So we have 6 episodes. Each episode is 1 hour long. The exhibition thriller miniseries runtime and episode length is similar to previous shows, including The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Hawkeye. It will be available for streaming on June 21st, which serve as the first series in Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which will be led by Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. So I'm definitely looking forward to Secret Invasions. It does remind me of Captain America 2, the Winter Soldier. So definitely looking forward to that. We got a reason of why Kevin Costner has left Yellowstone. And it was a case of Kevin Costner and his former wife Sheridan. So in February, first reports that Yellowstone may end after season 5 due to Costner's not only wanting to shoot 1 week. Reporters from parts suggest that Costner was also erased despite being the highest paid actor on TV while pointing a 1.2 and 1.5 million per episode. So it is what it is there. Moving on. Guardians 3 set a franchise opening night for box office of the record. The Guardians of the Galaxy are blasting off at the box office for one final time, earning 17.5 million in previews for the director James Gunn's Volume 3 finale. It will expand to 4,450 theaters nationwide on Friday. So, hopefully, we get some news on how the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 does in its first weekend in the box office. The newest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe will take the box office crown after Universal and Illumination's The Super Mario Bros. Movie top of the charts for the last 4 weeks. The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is expected to bring in between 110 million and 120 million in its opening weekend, which is between the gross of previous two films, which was also directed by James Gunn. Moving on, and this one's interesting news here, is that Mortal Kombat 2 has reportedly found its Johnny Cage with the boys actor. Mortal Kombat 2 is reportedly in final negotiations with the boys actor Carl Urban to play as Johnny Cage in the upcoming video game movie sequel. So this one is a shocker. So, but I'm kind of interested to see how Carl Urban does as Johnny Cage. Moving on, The Little Mermaid opener is projected north of 100 million. So let's read this news here. Disney's live-action take on the two-time Oscar-nominated animated film The Little Mermaid officially lands on tracking today for what it looks to be a 110 million for its 4-day opener on Memorial Day weekend. That will land the movie amongst the top 8 openings for the holiday frame, with last year's Paramount Top Gun Maverick scoring a record of start of 160.5 million. Let's see how The Little Mermaid does in the box office. Moving on. Disastrous day for Paramount as analysts call for shutting down Paramount Plus down. Like, why? This is coming from IndieWire. Callahan on his analyst suggests that backer changing course and considering shutting down DTC, specifically Paramount Plus. This comes in from the wake of the company have already spent 1.7 billion in merging Showtime and Paramount Plus, based on its Q1 earnings figures. I don't know. This sounds stupid to me. The way Callahan sees that Paramount Plus is fighting hard for fifth place in streaming wars behind Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max, soon to be just Max, and also competing in the likes of Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Amazon Prime Video. According to Wells Fargo model, Callahan does not see Paramount or even Comcast breaking even in streaming until 2027. Disney Plus is expected to be profitable by 2024, and Warner Bros. Discovery should see Max break even by next year. That's some pretty interesting numbers there. Moving on. David Zaslav says Warner Bros. Discovery streaming business is no longer bleeding, and says that HBO Max shows first profitable quarters in years before the year's boost of Warner Brothers. So, Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav said the company's U.S. streaming operator is no longer bleeding, as it's supposed to 50 million profits from quarter one this year. It is hard to run a business when you have a big bleeder. He told investors on the earnings of a call meeting minutes ago. So that's kind of interesting. So more news said Warner Brothers Discovery has posted several quarters of streaming losses before today swinging into black. So, yeah, like I said, it is what it is. So, not going to continue reading from that. And then lastly, for today, the sequel series for Yellowstone has been announced as the main show is going to end. So, according to an official release from David Gasser at 101 Studios, one of the production entries involved with the show that the Dutchy story continues, picking up where Yellowstone leaves off in another epic tale. We are thrilled to bring the new journey to audiences around the world. So, hopefully we get more details on the what I say maybe a Yellowstone spinoff or maybe a sequel. So yeah, so hopefully we get more news there. But that's all the mainstream news. So let's get into our movie review today, and that's on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is once again written and directed by James Gunn. So let me just say this. What an incredible movie and what an incredible experience. Like when the critics say it's the best Marvel movie since Endgame, and I wouldn't say it is as the as good as Endgame because we all know how we was in Endgame in theaters. Like that was a crazy experience. But I will say like this movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, is totally great. It was amazing. Like it was full of heart. Like and also it had its dark and intense moments and but the action with the action sequences this that they were freaking awesome but like I said, even though it had its dark and intense moments, they still kept with its comedy aspects because that's what the Guardians of the Galaxy are. The music and the soundtrack in this movie was great. The visual effects was it was amazing. The writing of the story was good, and the story was great. So it follows after losing the original Gamora. So Star Lord Peter Quill leads the Guardians into a new adventure where they face a villain which cut ties with Rocket's past. So yeah. So most of this movie was Rocket Raccoon's story in most of the movie, but yeah. But like I said, the action, the comedy, the music, the visual effects, the writing, and the story, everything was just top notch. And let me just say this: it is a real tearjerker. So just like we cried in Infinity War and Endgame, we will be crying here as well. So you be just be if you haven't seen it yet, definitely get your tissues ready. And I want to warn you guys, there are certain scenes in the movie that's like not really for animal lovers and kids. So you have been warned. That's all I'm gonna say. So and this was definitely a satisfying ending to the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, and of course you guys already know that James Gunn is not going to be returning because he is now the face of a DC. But if he's gonna end Guardians of the Galaxy with this and with a great Guardians of the Galaxy movie in Volume 3, I am very excited to see what he does for the DC universe. And man, so this was this was really great. So uh how can I say this like without spoiling? I mean, some of you guys already know that, or who is technically leaving. So Dave Bautista already came out to the press and the audience saying like this will be the final time that he does a Marvel movie and other stuff. But we just gotta wonder what is the actual future for the rest of the original Guardians team after you guys watch the movie, and also when you guys see the two post credit scene at the movie. So there's a lot of questions there coming out of this. So are we gonna see them again when for Secret Wars when the Avengers do another movie? I don't know. There's a lot of questions there. So but overall, I give this movie an A. Yeah, an absolute A for awesome. This was an awesome movie. So I definitely you guys should check this out. So you're definitely gonna have a real good time with this. And that's all I have for you guys today for this episode. And if you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment what you think about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. What you guys think about the writer's strike, and let me know what else you guys thought about that I talk about today. And don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when new videos are uploaded. And also, if you're listening to me on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast streaming platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. But other than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.